Hey everybody, this is Kyle from Track by Track, and I wanted to jump on today with a short review of the new song from ACDC. Shot in the Dark is the first single from the group's upcoming album called Power Up. This will be the band's first album in 6 years, and it sees the return of the classic lineup of Brian Johnson, Angus Young, Phil Rudd, and Cliff Williams, as well as Steve Young on guitar. Props to ACDC for keeping it in the family here, with Stevie filling in the huge shoes of his late great uncle Malcolm Young. In fact, Malcolm's influence is all over this new song, as well as, we're told, the rest of the album. It's a classy move from a band that probably isn't often described as classy. By any measure, 2020 has been a rough year, and following on the loss of legendary guitar god Eddie Van Halen, rock music fans really needed something to lift their spirits. To that end, AC/DC delivers in pretty much every way you could hope for. Shot in the Dark sounds and feels exactly like you hope it would. Nobody expects AC/DC to reinvent themselves at this point in the game, and they certainly don't appear to be doing it now. Shot in the Dark is quite simply classic AC/DC. It's a song that could have fit in perfectly on any of their best albums. Johnson is in fine voice here, and the rest of the band steps up and delivers as well. But I want to be clear here about what it is we're talking about. This is AC/DC. This is classic sex, drugs, and rock and roll here. This is the kind of music our parents hated back in the 70s. And now, almost 50 years later, we're probably older than our parents were then, and it's almost stupid to think how much fun it is to hear this kind of music again. It doesn't try to be anything more than what it is, and that's sublimely refreshing in this day and age. The central lyric in the chorus is a perfect example. A shot in the dark beats a walk in the park. There's nothing profound about that. Again, it's a lyric that our parents would have heard back in the day and probably said, "Shot in the dark beats a walk in the park? What does that even mean?" You know exactly what it means. This track is positively dripping with expertly crafted innuendo, and although we haven't heard any of the other songs from the upcoming album yet, with track titles like Kick You When You're Down, Witch's Spell, Wild Reputation, and Money Shot, for God's sake, there's no question AC/DC still has a few dirty deeds and other tricks up their sleeves. And speaking of tricks, the deluxe edition of the new album looks like an absolute must-own. Not only does this thing light up, it also has some kind of built-in speaker that will play the song Shot in the Dark. If you're one of these music fans that switched to all digital streaming, you may want to go back to physical media on this one. I'll include Amazon links in the description below for both the standard and deluxe editions, which are scheduled to rock our world on November 13th, just in time to save 2020 from utter oblivion. Once again, my name's Kyle, and this has been Track by Track. If you like this video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. Plus, be sure to check out some of these other videos I think you might also enjoy. And of course, be sure to click subscribe, because true music fans always want new releases the day they come out. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.